My name is Hassan Bin Rizwan. I run a creative studio, an animation studio called Moonshot Animations. We have almost 100 artists and animators. We have an office in Karachi and a small office in Islamabad. We work primarily with studios and publishers in the Middle East and also in the US. In addition to that, I also give a lot of my time to Pasha, and I am one of the board members at Pasha. I also chair the Animation Creative Economy Committee and also co-chair the Brand and Global Expansion Committee. So if you look at the game space, it's really transformed over the last 2 years. Earlier, the focus was more on organic acquisition of users. But over the last 2 years, Google and other platforms have made it difficult to do organic acquisition. So a lot of the games have to do paid acquisition. That means that you have to have a very good quality game. And that's why a lot of the studios in Pakistan are now moving up and to the right in terms of improving their game mechanics, game quality, game experience, and also increasing the game user and gameplay time. So the strategy this year is to really work with publishers that can offer space in tier 1 markets. Up until now, Pakistani game studios have been operating mostly in tier 2, tier 3 markets. And I think this time around, we are more bold, we are more ambitious, and the studio community, there is a bigger delegation, the biggest that we have had in the last 4 or 5 years. And what we really want to do is really close the gap that we have with other competitive players in the region and break some big deals with publishers.
What are the biggest misconceptions about Pakistani gaming industry that you aim to dispel at this GEOS conference?
What you have to understand is how Pakistani gaming community and the IT setups and the game studios have really come of age over the last 10 years. They all started out building games as services, and then they built their own game engines, and then they started doing a lot of, for lack of a better term, do a lot of wrapper games where they use existing engines but then created new experiences. And this time around, with evolved maturity, what we are trying to do is really establish ourselves as premium game studios with the games and apps that have done 10 million, 50 million downloads. And I think that really sets us apart. So the industry globally looks at Pakistan as a very low value end of the value chain. What we want to do differently and what we want to dispel is that notion that we cannot produce really good games. So one of our gaming studios, Game District, run by Saad, is doing wonderful. They just did an acquisition with a Turkish studio, and their game portfolio is is in the upwards of $100 million.
Wow.
And some of the games, especially by Mindstorm Studios, have done, they're market leaders, they're like category leaders in their space. So that's the notion that we want to dispel. We're not making run-of-the-mill games, we're making novel experiences, creative experiences, and we are here to make a statement. So think tech, think Pakistan.
With over 300 gaming studios in Pakistan and a rising developers community and 400 million of exports from Pakistan, which is a very impressive number, how do you see Pakistan positioning itself amongst the global giants like US, China, and Japan?
So yes, I mean the Japanese market, has been one of the leading markets in terms of producing games and experiences. USA definitely with its platforms, infrastructure, and also console games. It's very big. But when you talk about the markets that Pakistan operates in, which is typically tier 2, tier 3 market, these guys are not the giants. The giants are the Turkish market, Vietnamese market, and Pakistan, according to Google, is right behind these two big markets, growing, matter of fact, at a pace faster than these two markets. So if we continue on this trajectory, we will eventually catch these markets, and hopefully in the next 3-4 years will cross the Vietnamese market, because studios not only are able to develop better experiences, and they're also able to create new and creative ways to engage the audience. So there are 2-3 things that are very important to look at, especially in the mobile game space. You have to have a wonderful game mechanic, game engine, game experience, but you need very, very smartly managed campaigns that do user acquisition at very, very low cost, but also maximize the user lifetime value, so that delivers a very positive ROI on the investment that you make. And Pakistani studios have really developed, I would say, the art and the science, and really mastered that space, and they do that space really, really well. So not just competing within the small South Asian markets, we are now looking to capture some of the regional players, and inshallah move forward. And one day Pakistan will eventually be known for the market where mobile experiences are produced and developed and created.